You see that? 2a is equal to 5. 2 over 2 divided by 2 is equal to 5 divided by 2. So y is equal to 5 over 2. Clear? ay is equal to b. So divide everything by a. We divide everything by a here, right? Ay over a, b over a. So we left with y is equal to b over a. A plus by is equal to c. So what you do here is this: the a plus b, once it's in the bracket, it acts as one item, right? So we divide both sides by a plus b divided by a plus b, right? So this a plus b cancels the a plus b, so left with c over a plus b as the final answer. Any question? Any question?
No, sir.
All right. So let's move on now. Anybody writing? All right. So let me see now. Oh, what is this? I need to go down. Okay. Cool. So I'm looking at question 2 now, right? So we did question 1 now. We are looking at question 2. Now, look at question 2 carefully for me. How many A's do I have?
2.
Yeah, 2. Right. One on the left-hand side, the other one on the what? Right-hand side. For me to make the subject, what will I do? How can I achieve that? I want to make A the subject. Look at it. We want to make A the subject. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So we want to make this A the subject here. A the subject, right? So the question is this: if I want to make A the subject now, how do I make A all the A at one side? So we have AC is equal to A plus B, right? When you have something like this, anybody have any idea? Well, I want to be the best approach.
The common factor.
You're not a good one.
Come again.
The common factor.
Right. Now, before you find a common factor, what will I do? Now, remember that I need to group all the A at one side first, right? So you're going to get AC minus A is equal to B. All right. Then here, as somebody said, you look for the common factor. So what's the common factor here now, right? It would have been A open bracket. You bring the common factor as A. What is left? AC divided by A. What is left? C. Now, minus A divided by A. What do I get?
1.
Close the bracket, is equal to B. Right? Now, what is the C minus 1 doing with the A?
Multiply.
What's the opposite of multiply?
Divide.
We divide, right? So we are going to say A bracket C minus 1 over C minus 1 is equal to B C minus 1. You divide both sides by what? You divide both sides by C minus 1, right? So this and this cancel. So basically, what will be left here would be A is equal to B divided by C minus 1 as my final answer. So this is my answer. That makes sense, guys? Now,
Sir,
yes, go ahead.
sir, so what if it was like the A on the right side, like A plus B? What if that A was negative and you bring it over the other side? It'll be positive. So like
Exactly, right. Because you have to balance it. So if it were to be negative A, it will come and make positive A. So the idea is this: you group the like terms at one side. So if you are moving one to another end now, if it's addition, it becomes subtraction. Every subtraction become addition.
so sir, the C minus 1, that'll be C plus 1.
Yes, it will be C plus 1. Yes. Okay, guess what? You see, number 3 is similar to number 2, right? So let's try number 2. Let's try number 3. It's similar thing, but look at it. In number 3, they want to make X the subject. Everybody see that? Look at it. They want to make what? They want to make X the subject. So I need everybody to try that for me, right? This is negative Y. When you carry to this, it becomes positive Y, right? Minus C. Then when you finish now, we realize that they said we should make X the subject. So let's go one more time. We have AX minus Y is equal to BX minus C. So I group all the X them at one side. This is positive BX. I carry it over this side, become negative BX, right? So this one will come this side, and this one will go that way, right? Then when we work it out now, we find a common factor. What's my common factor here? What's the common factor between AX and BX? X. So let if A minus B is equal to Y minus C. I want to make X the subject. How do I make X the subject here?
I get rid of the A minus B.
We get rid of the A minus B. So you are going to say X bracket A minus B divided by A minus B, right? Is equal to Y minus C over A minus B. So this A minus B cancels the A minus B. So basically what is left here would have been X is equal to Y minus C all over A minus B. Now, remember that this would have been so we let if Y minus C over A minus B as my answer. Do you realize that it's similar to the previous one? Hello, talk to me, guys.
Yes, sir.
Sir,
Yes, go ahead.
if I had put where Y minus C is and I had put negative C plus Y.
That's fine. That's perfect. That's perfect. Somebody can put, that's okay. Because when you reach here now, somebody could have put here, okay, let me do it this way for you, right? Let me do it that way for you to see. Somebody could have put AX minus BX, right, is equal to negative C plus Y. Then they are going to say X open bracket, X open bracket, A minus B is equal to negative C plus Y. The person can write that way. They say X is equal to, so what to do here now, You see A minus B is equal to negative C plus Y. Then you divide both sides by A minus B. Right? You can do the same thing. So you get back X is equal to negative C plus Y over A minus B. You get the same result. The only difference here is this, right? You put the positive Y before and negative C, and here you have negative C and Y, the same thing. Not clear?
Yes, sir.
Now, remember now, what we are doing right now, they are past CSEC questions. They are not normal transposition, right? So some of them will be challenging, whilst others should be okay. But I want you to follow the concept, so at least you can help yourself when you get something like that. All right, number 4. Number 4. They want to make H the subject. A is equal to half BH. And I want to make H the subject. Sorry.
No way, this lies.
How do we make H the subject?
Sure. Did you get rid of the half first?
Right, we get rid of the 2 first, right? First of all, get rid of the 2 first. What's the 2 doing over there?
Dividing,
So what's the opposite of divide?
multiplying.
You can say A times 2 is equal to half BH times 2. So the 2 here cancel this 2 here, right? So here let's if 2A is equal to BH, 1BH. Now we want to make B the subject, right? How do we make B the subject now? So you have 2A is equal to 1BH and want to make H the subject. What will you do? Two A plus 1BH, what do I get?
To repeat,
2A plus 1BH. How do I make, what will be the subject? You want to make H the subject. What will I do now? We have 2A is equal to 1BH. Guys, talk to me now. I want to make H the subject. What will I do?
Divide both sides.
We get rid of the what?
The B.
H the subject. So we have to get rid of the B. What's the B doing the H?
Multiply.
What's the opposite of multiply?
Divide.
So that being 2A over 1B is equal to H. To the left, H is equal to 2A over B. Follow? Listen, I know that this is not the type of maths you guys like, right? But you have to make an effort, all right? Number 5. I need you to try number 5 for me now. Number 5 is similar to number 4, right? Number 5 is similar to number 4. I want you to try it for me. Number 5 is similar to number 4. Can you please try that for me? Okay, how will I do this one here? Aliyah, what will I do? Ali, I want to make V the subject, right? We want to make V the subject. Krista, what will I do? Kimora, what will I do? I want to make V the subject. What will I do here?
Yeah, get rid of the half again.
Right, we get rid of the half, right? So it had been E is equal to half MV squared. We still get rid of the half for the 2. So that be 2E. 2E is equal to 1MV squared. Right? What will I do next?
To get rid of the 1M.
Get rid of 1M, right? So that be we divide both sides by 2E over 1M, or M is equal to 1M V squared over 1M. So this cancels with that, yes. So what is left here?
2E over 1M.
Over 1M is equal to V squared. I want to get rid of the square. What will I do?
The square root.
Square root, right? So what you can do here, we square this side here. 2E over 1M is equal to square root here now. Then you put here the V square there. So this square cancel that one here, right? This one cancel this one here. So let you square root 2 over M or 1M is equal to V. All right. Then if you want, you say to the left. If not, you would have said to the left, V is equal to square root of 2E divided by M. Right. Everybody agree to that? Now, remember now, just remember that these are the types of CXC questions, right? And we just have to flow with that. Are we clear? Alia, Crystal, Casey Ann, Kalia Anderson,
Yes, sir.
Edin, Kemora, Miguel. Are you with me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right. I see the place too quiet. I don't know what's happening. Right. I need you guys to get involved. All right. Let's go. Number 6. Listen, we have 20 questions now. 20 past more questions you want to do. I'm not we just reached number 6. S minus 3t is equal to RT. Then CXC asks, they should make T in terms of R and S, right? Express T in terms of R and S. How do we make T the subject? So you have S is S minus 3T is equal to RT. S minus 3T is equal to RT. How do we make T the subject?
So we group it first.
You have to group them first, right? Just like we did previously, right? When you see 2 letters on the different sides and I want you to make the subject, you group them on one side. So how do I group it? What will I do? What do you suggest? What do you suggest?
Sir.
Which one will you move first? We want to make T the subject, no? Is it possible for move the 3T to this side? Can I move this 3T to the other side? Can I move this to this side? Yes or no?
Sir, add it to that side.
Yes, you
Sure.
can do that, of course. It's math you are doing, so it doesn't matter. So you can put S is equal to RT plus 3T. This is negative. When it comes, it comes what? Positive. Or you balance it up, you add both sides by 3, you get by the same thing, right? Then what will I do next now? What will I do next? If I have
Sir,
T and
sir, find the common fact. Oh, never mind. Never mind.
we find a common factor. So X is equal to T, open bracket, R plus 3. Yes, we are reaching somewhere now. Now, we want the T to stand by itself. So we have to get rid of this bracket. What's this bracket do with the T?
Multiplying.
What's the opposite of multiplying?
Division.
X over R plus 3 is equal to T, right? So to the left, T is equal to S over R plus 3. Any question? Any question on the number 6? Any question?
No, sure.
All right, so we are looking at number 8. We're supposed to make C the subject of the formula, right?
Oh, that's new. Okay, let's see.
How do I make C the subject? So here we have F is equal to 9 over 5C plus 32. And I want to make, we want to make C the subject, right? We want to make C the subject. Well, which one will I move first? I want the C to stand by itself. You put in, no, the first you have to move is 32 first. The 32 is positive. You have to move the 32 first. Now remember that the 32 is separated from this, right? So in this case here, you move the 32 first. Remember, if I give you 2x plus 10, 2x plus 10, right? Okay, just hold on. Oh. All right, cool. All right. Oops. I don't know what's happening here. Okay. All right, let me see if I can get this one back. Start. So when we reach here, we get to the 5. The 5 is divided to go and multiply. Then we get to the 9. Now the 9 is multiplying. It will divide, right? So get 5 bracket F minus 32 is equal to 9C. Then we divide here by 9 and divide all this one by 9. So this 9 cancels this 9 here. So say C is equal to the left. C is equal to 5. Open bracket F minus 32 over 9. That should have been the first part of the question. We should make C the subject, right? But what say I? I says that if F is wrong, if F is 130, find the value of C. Right? So here now, what we are going to do here, for second part of the question, I.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, go ahead.
Sir. So, so when if I, like with the 5 multiplied by everything in the bracket, so when if I multiply it,
No, there's no need. We can multiply 5 times F and 5 times this. But there's no need for me because they want you to make C the subject. But if you want to multiply that, come again. If you want to multiply, that would be okay. But you have to show this part first before you can multiply. You can go ahead and say 5 times F, 5F, 5 times this will give you 1/6/9. You can do that. But I want to make my life easier. That's why I never put it, because here they say that given that F is 130, I should calculate the value of C. So here now I want to find C, right? I want to find what is C, find C. So I'll come and say C is equal to 5, open bracket, F minus 32 over 9. Now remember that they say F is equal to 130. We say therefore C is equal to 5, open bracket, 113 minus 32 divided by 9. 5. Now 113 divided by minus 32, what do we get?
I know this.
113 minus 32, what do I get? Anybody can help me? Come again.
81.
One what?
81.
81. 81 over 1. 9. Right? So 9 goes to 1 time, 9 goes to 81 is 9 times. Am I right? So we left with 5 times 9.
25.
5 times 9 will give me what?
25.
So this give me 45 degrees, all right? Because it was Fahrenheit, this is physics question actually. It was in Fahrenheit and we changed it to what? Degrees Celsius. As I told you, sometimes the questions differ, right? Sometimes they are nice and sometimes they are not. The idea is you have 1 over A equal to 1 over B is equal to 1 over C. We take each of them 1 over A minus 1 over B equal to 1 over C. We multiply everything by the A, B, and C. Why I have to do this? Because we want to get rid of the denominators, right? That's the first rule. Get rid of the denominators. The only way we can get rid of them is multiply them by their denominators. Now, when we finish now, the next thing we are going to do here is this, right? What do we have here left? So the A cancels the A, left with 1B. Everybody see that? The B cancels the B, left with 4. Minus 1 AC. Then the C cancels the C, left with what? AB. Now remember, they want you to make what? C the subject. So how do you make C the subject now? You are going to look for the common factor. All right, we look for the common factor. What's the common factor here? What is my common factor?
1.
Now look at it again.
D.
1 what? 1 C.
C.
Or you can say 1 C if you wish, right? Bracket, you're left with B minus, you're left with what? A minus equal to AB. Then 1 C is the same thing as C. Remember, 1 C is the same thing as C, right? Now we want to, then the next you have to do is to get rid of the bracket. What's the bracket doing here?
Multiply.
Multiplying. So what's the opposite of multiplying? So that being it had been C bracket B minus A divided by B minus A is equal to AB divided by B minus A. So this cancels this. So C is equal to AB divided by B minus A. And that is my final answer here.
Sir,
Now, yes.
I don't understand. You got the 1C.
No, 1C, okay, because we have 1BC and 1AC. The one is common on both ends, right? So either you put C or 1C, the same thing. 1 times n number is the same thing, am I right? 1 times n number is the same number, true or false?
True.
So now watch it here. You have 1 year and you have 1 year. So I bring the ones for you to see as a common factor. And you have C and C. So I bring the 1C as a common factor. So 1C, 1BC go to divided by 1C. The 1 comes to the 1, the C comes to the C, let it fully be. Then when we come here now, right? You have 1AC divided by what? C. So 1AC divided by C, let it A. That makes sense. Any other question? Any other question?
I don't understand this.
What you don't understand?
Sir, why it times it by ABC?
Why what?
The upper top, sir, why times each of them by ABC?
Not because I want to get rid of the denominators, right? So instead of me finding the LCM, I didn't do that. But the best way to do is to get rid of the what? Get rid of the A, B, and C, right? Okay, I'll give you a scenario. Now, so remember that we have 1 over R is equal to 1 over B minus 2 over T. You multiply each item before RBT, you take the denominators and multiply each of them. So the R cancel the R, let it VT, the V cancel the T here, let it RT, and the T cancel the T, let it RV. Now, they want me to make V the subject. So that means I have to group all the items, the terms to the V together, right? So 1 times V2 give me, yes?
Sir, is it that when you have numbers as the denominator, you should find the highest common factor?
The
And
same
when you
thing,
have
that
letters,
is
you
it.
should multiply.
That is it. So just like you find the highest common factor and multiply each of them, the same thing we are doing here. But this one with letters. So for the letters, you have to write them. Remember the one I did with the equation, and I found the S in the lowest common multiplier was 6, then I just multiply everything by 6. The same thing.
So, sir, what if they give us a mixture of letters and numbers as denominator?
No, it's just application. When they give you the numbers, you find the lowest common multiplier with each of them. But if they give you the letters, you apply the same principle, but you just write the letters. So, in other words, if I'm supposed to find the R, V, and T, I used to multiply everything here. So the R cancel the R, let it be T. The V cancel the V, let it RT. And the T cancel the T, let it what? That. Now they want me to make V the subject. No, that's the main thing. They want to make V the subject now. So I'll group all the V at one side. VT, 1 VT is the same as VT. VT plus 2 RV is equal to 1 RT, because 1 times n number is the same thing. Then here our V and our V here, right? I look for the common factor, which should have been what? I'll take the common factor to be V. Open bracket, what is left? When I take the common factor to be V, what is left here?
T.
The first part, what
Plus.
T, right, plus what? The second
2R.
part, what is left?
2R.
2R. It's got to R what?
Yeah.
RT. Right. Now, just remember that the main focus is to make V the what? V the subject, right? So how do you make V the subject? After you reach here now, right? How do you make V the subject now? Then
Yeah,
whatever
get
you have inside the bracket, right, it's multiplying. So you send it to go and what? We divide everything, am I right?
Yes, sir.
So we are going to get B T plus 2R divided by T plus 2R is equal to RT divided by what? T plus 2R. This one cancel this one here, right? So what do we have? V is equal to RT over T plus 2R as my final answer. Now, this type of transposition is of higher order, right? Meaning you have to sweat to do it. As my answer. Look at where we started. Right? Look at where we started and look at where we end. The principle, it remains the same. The principle remains the same. All what you have to do is just apply yourself. All right, guys, listen. I want you to, at least I've done 2 examples for you, right? I want you to give you at least 5 to 7 minutes to try this one for me. All right? I'm going to beg you to try, apply yourself and see if you can do this one for me. I'm giving you 7 minutes, right, to try that for me. Can we do that?
Yes, sir.
Everything by what? We multiply everything by what?
XYT.
X, Y,
XYT.
right. So we say 4 over X times X, Y, T plus 3 over Y times X, Y, T, right, equals to 7 over T times X, Y, T. Now, the X comes to this X here, the Y comes to this Y, and the T comes to this T. So here, basically, we left with 4YT, 4YT here. Here, left with plus 3XT. And this I will let you what? 7 what? XY, right? All right. Now they want to make T the subject. So we can look for the common factor right here. The common factor is right here. So T, open bracket, 4Y minus plus 3X is equal to 7XY. Now, we want to make what? T the subject. So T equals T bracket 4Y plus 3X divided by 4Y plus 3X, right? Is equal to 7XY divided by 4Y plus 3X. So this cancel with that one, right? So let me T equals to 7XY divided by 4Y plus 3X. That's my answer, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'll do the last one. I'll do the last one, then we go. I'll do the last one, the P over S, the S. But so let's do that one quickly. What will be what number will what letter will I multiply with? Everything. I have S, S, and 1. What will I multiply with? What will I do for that one?
SS1.
You multiply everything times S, right? We multiply everything by S. So for me to do this one, I'm going to say P over S times X is equal to Q over S times S, then plus R. I don't have the space. Oh. All right. So I'm going to try and do that one down, right? Everybody copy the question already. For the second one, I want to go down and do this one here.
Yes, sir.
I'm going down. I need a space. Is that okay? What was the question again?
P over S equals Q over S plus R.
So you
over
have
1.
P over S, right? P over S, right? P over S equals to Q over S plus R, right? So this was a CSEC question. And when they give you this one, you put 1 over 1, right? Then what you do, you multiply everything by S. So be P over S times X equals to Q over S times X plus R over 1 times S. You multiply because S is a common factor right here. So this S comes with this X here. This S comes with this S here. So what is left, right? So the next thing we'll do here, right? We left with P here. P is equal to Q plus RS. And we want to make S the subject, right? They want to make S the subject. So how do I make S the subject now? I'll move the Q first. The Q, this Q is positive. I'm going to get P minus Q is equal to RS. All right. Then the next thing I get rid of the R. The R is multiplying. It's going to divide. So I say P minus Q over R is equal to RS over R. So the R cancels the R here. So what we left with, we are going to left with S equals to P minus Q over R. All right. And that will be my final answer for today. As you guys can see, some of them are easy and some of them are difficult. But you can't give up. You just have to do what you need to do.